The gospel world is in mourning today. The news that shook millions of hearts, the passing of Mama Mosie Burks, a legend whose voice carried the spirit of faith, hope, and perseverance, has left a deep silence in gospel music. And now, at 59, Tamela Mann, one of gospel's most powerful voices, has finally broken her silence. Her emotional words are touching fans everywhere, reminding us that legends may leave this earth, but their spirit never fades. Tamela Mann, the powerhouse voice behind countless gospel anthems, was one of the first to speak about how deeply Mama Mosie Burks influenced her life and ministry. Tamela shared in a heartfelt statement, "Mama Mosie wasn't just a singer, she was a teacher, a mother figure, and a pillar for all of us in gospel. When she sang, you didn't just hear notes, you felt heaven open up." Those who knew Mosie Burks know that these words come from a place of truth. Born in 1933 in Mississippi, Mosie Burks was the soul and fire behind the Mississippi Mass Choir. Her voice became the sound of Sunday mornings across America. When she stepped on stage, no microphone could contain the power that came from her heart. She didn't just sing songs, she told stories. Stories of hardship, faith, and redemption. Tamela Mann recalled her first time meeting Mama Mosie. It was years ago, at a gospel event in Jackson. Tamela said she was nervous, still trying to find her place in the industry. But Mosie Burks took her aside and told her, "Baby, sing from the pain and from the promise. That's where the anointing lives." Those words stayed with Tamela throughout her career. From her days with Kirk Franklin and the Family to her solo hits like God Provides and Change Me, Tamela Mann carried that lesson. Every note she sings is soaked in feeling, something Mama Mosie always preached. When news broke that Mama Mosie Burks had passed, gospel artists across the world began flooding social media with tributes. But Tamela Mann's silence spoke louder than words. Fans waited for her reaction, and now that she's spoken, her message has left many in tears. We've lost a giant, not just in gospel but in faith. Mama Mosie showed us that your age, your struggles, your setbacks, none of it can stop God from using you. She sang until her very last breath, and I want to do the same. Emotional piano plays as images of Mosie Burks' performances fade in and out. It's hard to imagine the Mississippi Mass Choir without that unmistakable voice shouting, "Yes, Lord," from the front of the stage. But even in her passing, her spirit lives on, through every singer she inspired, every soul she lifted, and every fan who found faith through her music. Tamela Mann described Mama Mosie's voice as the sound of endurance. When she sang, you heard a woman who'd been through storms and survived them all with her faith intact. Mama Mosie never chased fame. She chased souls. She often said her biggest reward wasn't the applause. It was when someone came to her after a performance and said, "Your song brought me back to God." And that, Tamela said, is what makes her a true legend. Tamela Mann's connection to Mama Mosie Burks went beyond music, it was spiritual. Both women came from humble beginnings, both found their voices in church, and both turned pain into praise. Tamela once shared how she grew up watching women like Mama Mosie who made her believe that gospel wasn't just for the perfect, it was for the broken. She made us see that you could be imperfect but still powerful. You could be tired but still anointed. Each one echoed the same message. Mama Mosie was a living example of how faith sustains the soul. When the Mississippi Mass Choir released the statement confirming her passing, the world paused. Fans flooded the comments with testimonies, stories of healing, hope, and salvation. One person wrote, "I grew up listening to Mama Mosie sing, 'I'll see you in the rapture.' Now I'm crying knowing she's there." Tamela Mann reposted that comment, writing simply, "She made heaven sound like home." Those 6 words say everything. Tamela Mann's tribute video later went viral. In it, she sang a stripped-down version of "Change Me, Oh God," dedicating it to Mama Mosie. Viewers described it as one of her most emotional performances ever. No stage lights, no crowd, just raw faith. In her closing message, Tamela told fans, "If Mama Mosie taught us anything, it's that ministry isn't about perfection, it's about persistence." She kept singing even when her body was weak, because her spirit was strong. That's the kind of faith I want to live and die with. The gospel community is planning a massive tribute concert in Mama Mosie's honor, with artists like Tamela Mann, Kirk Franklin, and Yolanda Adams expected to perform. The event will celebrate her decades-long contribution to gospel music and her lasting impact on generations.